What's up guys, David Land here, and welcome to the second video of the Indianapolis 500 Evolution Let's Play. This video is specifically for Indy 500 time trials, pole day and bump day. I figure there's enough content in here to warrant a video, so pretty much this is round 2 of the national championship, except for there's no points on the line, just pride and a spot in the Indianapolis 500. Right now we're in the workshop. Now I didn't show this in my first video because I kind of wanted to show it here because Indianapolis is such an important event, and getting the right car to do the job is equally important in getting in the race. So as you can see, the game starts you off with an Epperle chassis, a 1961 Offenhauser engine, and a 4-speed gearbox from the same year. But you can change that. You can buy new chassis, engines, and gearboxes in the shop. So let's take a look at that. So this is the shop, and you can buy parts from any of the 11 seasons in this game. However, stuff from 1971 isn't available yet, because obviously that wouldn't make any sense to run a 1971 McLaren in 1961. However, there are some 1962 parts available in the shop that theoretically I could buy. Right now, I kind of want to wait until later on in the season when I have a little bit more money. As you can see, this Porter chassis costs almost my entire bank account, so I'd say it's really not a good investment just yet. I kind of want to see what happens when you end up in a year-old car at the beginning of the 1962 season. So I'm going to stay in 1961 equipment for now. But there is some stuff available. There's a Trevis chassis, which I believe Foyt runs. There's the Watson chassis, which is the kind of contemporary chassis. It's the one that ended up actually winning the race in real life. I think almost every year of the Roadster era. I'd have to really look on that, look that up. There's the Epperle, which we own. It's my car and the one I will have decided to qualify for the Indy 500. And then there's the Lavoski for 5,000 credits. So it's probably that the Lavoski is probably a little bit worse than the Watson. And then there's this, which I really had a hard time thinking about. I almost bought. This car is the Cooper. Now the Cooper is a rear engine chassis, and every car you've seen in this Let's Play, including my own, up until this point, has been front engined. Now the Cooper is going to show up at Indianapolis in the hands of Jack Brabham, and it's going to set off a chain of events later on in this Let's Play that's going to have a huge ripple effect. The rear engine revolution very much happens in this 11-year swing. And the Roadster I'm running today in this race and for qualifying for the Indianapolis 500 will be outdated within 4 seasons. In fact, it'll probably be outdated in the next year. We'll just have to find out. So rather than try to join Jack Brabham on his pioneering ways at the beginning of the season, or for this Indianapolis 500, I'm deciding to act like I would in period and play the role of the curmudgeon who's not going to move to a rear-engine car and be proven wrong by Jack Brabham. Now, Brabham did not win the Indianapolis 500 in 1961, but that could all change because we simply don't know how this is going to turn out. So if Brabham wins, I think everybody's going to be in a rear-engine car next year. And just really quickly, there's no choice of engine right now. You've got a 61 Offenhauser, and that's the only engine that's available. I could also buy a 62 Offenhauser engine, but that's almost as much as the Cooper, and I'd rather have the Cooper. In fact, I might start the next season with the Cooper. I don't know yet. And you can't upgrade your gearbox either. 4-speed is all you can get. So let's get to qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. We're gonna see where my Epperle, let's say that right, Epperle will qualify for the 500. I put it on the pole in Trenton. I could not come through with the victory. That was Parnelli Jones, and of course Parnelli Jones is one of the fastest drivers in the world at this point in history. He's the guy who set the first 150-mile-an-hour average at the Indianapolis 500, so that's the mark to look for, 150 miles an hour. So if we can beat it, or somebody else can beat it, I believe that's going to be a new track record. So let's find out.
4 laps, 10 miles. You have to be super fast and consistent to make the grade at Indianapolis. A great speed from car number 45.
So that was an introduction by Bob Jenkins. He's going to talk over me a little bit. But so Indianapolis 500 qualifying works this way. You get 3 attempts, and you can pass your run without consequence, or if you crash the car or during a run, or you wave off during a run, that causes you to lose an attempt. So you can see the people who have 1 attempt of 3, those people have already made a run, and they're in the field right now.
69 is next to make a run.
You can see A.J. Foyt passed on his run, so he'll be out later.
32 has crashed out.
And right now, Len Sutton is on the pole in the Bryant heating and cooling special. Let's see Jack Brabham. He's in the rear-engine car. Does he put it on the pole? No, he passes. So Shorty Templeton is next.
From car number 28.
And we're about to go out.
Car number 22 has broken down.
Okay, so Roger McCluskey had a mechanical failure. We are next out. Let's see what Len Sutton. Len Sutton did a 145 average over 4 laps. So, can we beat 145 miles an hour over 4 laps and qualify on the pole provisionally for the Indianapolis 500? Let's find out. So here we go, rolling out to qualify for the Indianapolis 500. I'm going to be very conservative on this run. I really, really don't want to crash the car and burn an attempt, or just crash the car, period. And since I'm a rookie at the Speedway, I don't want to push the envelope too hard and push this track beyond its limits, or this car. We had a good showing at Trenton, but again, that means virtually nothing. I could have also passed on my run, but I really wanted to take my place in line and try to go, because if I passed, there was a potential that I wouldn't be able to get out and get qualified later in the day. Now, I don't think that would actually happen, but I wasn't going to risk it, because if you don't qualify today, you'll have to qualify on bump day, and we'll check out bump day hopefully after I qualify. Now, you'll notice the front straightaway. Back in 1961, it was all brick at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Eventually, they'll pave that by the end of this Let's Play. The front straightaway at Indianapolis will be all paved. So we're just trying to warm the car up. I'm trying to keep it just really far off the wall. Just try to run a real conservative line. I'm not really interested in the pole, though if it comes, it comes. It's more about getting in the show, and in the show safely at this point. So running a bit conservative is totally fine with me. We're on the warm-up lap right now. We're going to get the green flag this time by to start our qualification attempt. And this is a bad exit corner to start the lap. Here we go, down the brick front straightaway, and gonna take the green flag this time by.
His hand is up. He's starting his run.
148 miles an hour. I believe that's fast enough for the pole position at this point. With where all the other cars are in the qualifying line, we'll see. Just trying to be smooth. I'm not trying to go for the pole. It may surprise some people, but I'm not trying to go for the pole. What's important here is running 4 smooth laps. So down the back straightaway, this is where my 4-speed gearbox kind of fails me, because the car has enough power really to probably pull another gear down the straightaways, and it's just kind of topping out at the red line. Ooh, corner 4 is being a bugaboo right now. I had to lift off in the center of the corner and slid the tires on the exit. We'll see what this lap is. It might be pretty fast. Let's see. Oh yeah, 148.8. That's well above what we need. Again, I'm just trying to be careful. I bet there's a 150 in this track. I'm just not really interested in breaking the track record today. As much as I'd like my name on the papers and all that stuff, I think 148 is just good enough for me right now. I really just want to get in the show, and seeing as the people on the bottom end seem to be in the low 140s, a high 140, should be well fast enough to make the race. So again, just being smooth, staying well off the wall. Kiss that white line down there. Of course, this is when the apron was at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The warm-up lane and the apron were one the same. They're now separate, and the apron is much smaller than it used to be. Let's see, second lap, a little bit slower at a 1:47. But again, it's about the average, so I'm not terribly concerned about it right now. I'm just trying to get the car home. And run a nice smooth 4 laps. So here we go. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Little bit too. Oh, good Lord! I almost hit the wall on the outside of turn 3. Turn 4, not a good. This is not a good lap. This is going to bring the average down significantly here. I think it might be a 146.
It's the final lap.
Oh, it's a 148. I went faster. I was not expecting that. So now just time to bring the car home. Right now, I'm on the pole. So that'll work for me. Keep a good, consistent line there. There's still stuff on. There's still room on the exit there. I mean, I think there's definitely a 150. Like I said, there's a 150 in this track. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be the one to do it. Now, somebody else could do it later on. But again, I'm just going to get it in the show. Maybe, if I can make it through 3 and 4. They've been a bugaboo. Ooh, I almost hit the wall again in 3. Through to turn number 4, right on the apron. There we go, much better. Much better. And coming down to take the checkered flag for the first run. And we've qualified for the Indianapolis 500. So Lynn Sutton still continues on the pole. Let's see.
A fantastic lap has surely secured the pole with that speed. Car number
no, I was
18
on the pole. I am on the pole.
next to make a run. Car number 67 is next to make a run. Car number 2 is next to make a
Roger
run.
Ward goes P2 with a 146.6.
Car number 73 is next to
mile
make a
per
run.
hour faster than Roger Ward.
Car number 97 has waved off his run. Car number 26 has waved off his run. A great speed from
there's
car
Don
number
Branson,
34.
my best friend. Let's see where Branson shows up.
Car number 3 is next
Third.
to make a run.
We're on the same row right now.
A fantastic lap.
Marshman to P10. Goldsmith, where's he going to show up?
A fantastic lap.
12th.
Car number 74 has waved off his run.
Wave.
Car number 57 has waved off his run.
So 18 of 40 have qualified right now.
A great speed from car number 16.
I'm still up. I'm still the fastest driver at the moment.
Car number 98 has qualified
Parnelli,
for the race.
the winner at Trenton, qualifies P5 provisionally.
A great speed from car number 4.
It immediately gets bumped by Jim Rathman. 2 more cars to go.
68 has waved off his
Mills
run.
waves off. Does Wilson get in?
Car number 35
no, Wilson
has
does
waved
not
off his
qualify.
run.
Okay, so now we've gone through the entire entry list in terms of whether somebody took a qualifying attempt or did not. So we're gonna see. So we're gonna see if who is going to qualify.
There is
in the
time
second.
left today after the
Here we
run
go.
through the draw for another chance at the pole for drivers yet to post a speed. A great speed from car number 19.
So Bob Jenkins explained that pretty well, but much better than I did.
Car number 14 has qualified
Keller
for the race.
Cheeseborg, however you want to pronounce it.
Car number 12 has qualified
Eddie
for
Sachs
the race.
goes P2, almost beating my time. That
Car
was
number
very
83
close.
is next to make a run.
We
Car
still haven't
number
seen
1
Foyt.
has
Oh, there he is.
qualified for the race.
13th. Wow, AJ's not having a good season so far.
A fantastic lap.
Troy Ruttman, the 52 winner.
Car number 17 has waved off his
Brabham
run.
waves off. Wow.
A great speed from car number 99.
Jim Hurtubise, very famous.
A great speed from car number 7.
Very famous driver.
A fantastic lap.
I don't think we're going to get bumped because all the big names seem to have either waved or they're not fast enough.
A fantastic lap.
Yeah, there's cars in the 20s.
Car number 97 has waved off his run. Car number 26 is next to make a run.
And we have a full field now. Cliff Griffith is
Car
the
number
33rd qualifier.
74 is next to make a run.
And Otto bumps somebody
Car
out of the
number
field
57
immediately.
is next to make a run.
And Inglis bumped
lap.
Otto out.
A fantastic
Wow,
lap.
This is a eventful qualifying here. We still got 56 minutes to
Car
go,
number
and there's
17
still cars.
is next to make a run.
And Jack Brabham does qualify 18th.
A great speed from car number 97.
So not an impressive debut for the rear-engined cars with 40 minutes to go. Is anyone else going to take an attempt? I think that may be it. So we're going to move on to Bump Day. Let's find out who will make the starting grid for the Indy 500.
With the grid full, the drivers yet to post a speed will have to bump the slowest qualifiers from the grid.
Bob Christie is he gonna bump Johnny Boyd out? We're waiting. Christie bumps Boyd out. Boyd out of the field. And that's it. There was only one car that tried to bump into the field, and it was Bob Christie. Bobby Grimm on the bubble, but it won't matter. And I unlocked an achievement. That is the grid for the Indianapolis 500. My second pole in a row, barely beating out Eddie Sachs and Roger Ward. What a front row that is. Well, two of the three. Don Branson, my good old friend Don Branson, is starting directly behind me in fourth. That should go well. Len Sutton, Don Davis, Lloyd Ruby, Jim Rathman, Jim Hurtubise, Bill Cheeseborg, and Parnelli Jones starting 11th. Other notables, A.J. Foyt starting 15th in the field, Jack Brabham in that first rear-engine car starting 19th, Dempsey Wilson, and the last car is Bob Christie. The final row is Jimmy Daywalt, Bobby Grimm, and Bob Christie. Those are the cars that will probably be lapped very early on. So, thank you guys so much for watching. The race, the Indianapolis 500, is next. It's 50 laps. It's going to be a very long video, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am for it, and we'll see you in that video.